Lake Mansarovar, the lake amidst the glaciers. Lake Mansarovar is a high-altitude freshwater lake fed by the Kailash Glaciers near Mount Kailash in Burang County, Nagari Prefecture, Tibet Autonomous Region, China. The lake, along with Mount Kailash to its north, are considered sacred sites by four religions: Hinduism, Jainism, Buddhism, and Bon. It is located about 50 kilometers to the northwest of Nepal, about 100 kilometers east of Uttarakhand, and in the southwest region of Tibet. The lake lies at 4,590 meters, which is 15,060 feet, above mean sea level, a relatively high elevation for a large freshwater lake on the mostly saline lake-studded Tibetan plateau. It freezes in the winter. According to Brockman, it is one of the highest freshwater lakes in Asia. Lake Mansarovar is relatively round in shape with a circumference of 88 kilometers, which is 54.7 miles. Its depth reaches a maximum of 90 meters, that is 300 feet, and its surface area is 320 kilometers, which is 123.6 square miles. It is connected to the nearby Rakshasthal lake by the natural Ganga-Chu channel. There is no mention of the lake or its location in Vedic literature or ancient Sanskrit and Prakrit texts. Though colonial era and modern texts state Mansarovar to be among the most sacred sites of Indian religions, particularly Hinduism, this status is not found in the early Indian texts prior to those authored in the first millennium CE. Instead, the early Buddhist, Hindu, and Jain texts mention a mythical mountain Meru and a lake Manasa. The mythical Manasa lake is described as one created through the mind of Brahma as the preferred abode of his Vahana Hamsa. While there is no explicit mention of this lake or the nearby mountain in the ancient Sanskrit texts, there is an indirect mention of this region of Tibet in hymn 2.15 of the Rig Veda. It states that the Indus River keeps flowing north because of the Indra's power, a geographical reality found only in Tibet. This is in context of Himavant or the Himalayas. According to Fritz Stahl, a Sanskrit and Vedic studies scholar, this makes it likely that some among the ancient Vedic people traced the Indus River route and had seen the valley near Mount Kailash. However, there is no mention of this lake or it being a Tirtha, pilgrimage site. Lake Mansarovar and Mount Kailash are believed to be the abode of Shiva. This is where the holy river, the Ganges, is believed to be tamed by Shiva and sent to nourish the fertile valleys below the Himalayas. It is sometimes conflated with the Meru. For the Khas Hindu shamans of the nearby region of Humla, northwest Nepal, a ritual bath in the lake Mansarovar is an important step in gaining their shamanic powers. The Buddhists associate the lake as the mother principle, while Kailash as the father principle. The Yamantika shrine here is one of the 8 guardian deities who is shown in the act of a sexual embrace to unite compassion and wisdom. The traditional 32-mile circuit around the mountain, called Kora, is believed to be a holy walk. According to a legend, Queen Maya bathed at Mansarovar before she gave birth to Buddha. In Jainism, Lake Mansarovar is associated with the first Tirthankara Rishabha. As per Jain scriptures, the first Tirthankara Bhagavan Rishabdev had attained Nirvana on the Ashtapad mountain. The son of Bhagavan Rishabdev, Chakravarti Bharat, had built a palace adorned with gems on the Ashtapad mountain located in the Himalayas. There are many stories related to Ashtapad Mahatirth like Kumar and Sagar's sons, Tapas Khera Parna, Ravan and Mandodari Bhakti, among many others. Typically, major historic pilgrimage sites that were frequented by Buddhists, Hindus and Jains attracted discussion in their respective texts and refer to the construction of infrastructure by wealthy patrons or kings. In Hinduism, these are the Mahatmya chapters in the Puranas, and the infrastructure includes temples, dharmshalas, ashrams, and pilgrimage facilities. At least until the 1930s, there was no evidence of such structures in the Kailash Mansarovar region. The earliest verifiable reports that confirm that this lake site attracted pilgrims are those of the Buddhists. According to Luciano Pitek, Tibetan records confirm that the Buddhists considered the region now identified as Kailash and Mansarovar to be their sacred geography by the late 12th century, with many reports of Buddhist monks meditating in the Guzul cave of Kailash and circumambulating the mountain. According to Alex McKay, the possible synthesis of historic Buddhism and Shaivism in Nepal, Tibet, and the eastern region of India may have expanded and brought Kailash and the lake Mansarovar into the shared sacred geography for both the Buddhists and the Hindus. The 13th century text Mahanirvana Tantra dedicates its first chapter to the Kailash and Mansarovar as a pilgrimage site. This may have been coupled with the rediscovery of its importance to major rivers on the subcontinent. Thank you for listening to our content. We hope to be back with some more meaningful videos.